Certainly with the cast, you know, having all the cast, the original cast back has been incredible. But as well, having the majority of the same crew from one, because we were on that film for such a long time, it was really quite a big shoot. So you get very, very close. You become kind of like this sort of weird gypsy family, you know, like a circus, you know, a traveling circus.
It was exactly the same as last time, which was very confusing when we all got back there and thought we really haven't left. We really have been doing this for the last 2 years and never stopped.
Roll sound. Background action.
There was a feeling like, did I just finish the last movie last night and I've just been to sleep and I'm coming back in? It was exactly the same. The set that we'd left extraordinarily survived 3 hurricanes. Goes to say a lot for Hollywood set.
A very physical production, but it's all sort of in the spirit of the world of, you know, the pirate movie.
Pirate's life for me.
When I say physical, I mean it's very present. The sets are all used to their full advantage, and there is some blue screen, of course, but a lot of it is actual, you know, action. It's real action.
Yeah, the wheel.
Okay, here we go. Set, let's roll sound.
We have this enormous sword fight on this huge wheel.
And act!
The running joke is Ted, Terry, and Gore are all going to be strapped into this wheel and we're just going to send it off.
Well, today Johnny Depp's in the wheel, so everybody's a little bit cautious. So, no pressure. Life is good. I love the pressure. Gotta have pressure. If not, what fun is it?
It was such an absurd and such a bizarre request for one grown man to ask of another, you know, okay, what we'd like to do now is, yeah, bind you inside the wheel and give you a sword, and we're going to tether the other guy in, and you guys are going to fight as the wheel is rolling. You're going to go upside down like several times.
We spent a lot of money to try to feel like that over years.
Nothing they could ask would surprise me anymore, you know. Johnny, we're going to put you in a cannon and vault you out to sea. You okay with that? Sure. Let's do it.
Let's hear it for Captain Jack.
We spent many days harnessed on the inside of a wheel, just like doing crazy fights going up and down and round and round. I mean, it would make a really fun sort of ride in an amusement park if it weren't so uncomfortable.
I wouldn't try that, huh?
Let's roll camera, let's roll the wheel, and action!
Upside down, right way up, upside down, right way, which is always good after lunch, I've found. And it's pretty demanding on a body that isn't designed to do that. But, you know, one of the brilliant things that Gore's trying to do and is getting is us like this, upside down with the veins on our forehead sticking out, going round and round and round, or running around on the top of the wheel, or whatever it is. If you can get those pieces in, then obviously the audience's suspension of disbelief becomes much more extended because they stay in it rather than going, oh, look at that effect.
Cut it!
And it actually is a gorge with a waterfall at the end of it. It was probably 100 feet long, and it kind of serpentine passage. You know, it was dark and it had trees and the rainforest over. It was, you know, breathtaking location.
And, you know, that's where the name Gorgeous is coming from, because it is really gorgeous.
It was a very hot day. We all jumped in our bathing suits and found it very refreshing. Little did we think that we would be back and shooting in it for 2 full days and find it less than refreshing.
It's strange to go to the Caribbean and freeze to death.
That water had to be about 40 degrees. Not much over 32. It was close to being freezing. It warmed up through the day, but we don't really want to talk about why the water was getting warmer. Yeah, really cold.
So there we were swimming, people pushing equipment on rubber rafts. Poor Marty, we would have to carry him or swim him in by rubber raft because, again, the water's deep and it's also rushing at you. So you're kind of going up current, trying to paddle your way to the spots that Gore's picked inside this cave.
Funny way to get to the office, huh?
Some of our cast members we had to put in it, don't forget, are not young people. The gentleman plays Cotton is an elderly man and so forth.
You okay? I'm fine. Good.
Immersed in water for 5 hours, 6 hours non-stop, and I mean non-stop. I'm kicking my ankles on submerged rocks time after time. But guess who were the only people standing up at the end of the first day? Kevin McNally and David Bailey. I mean, you've got to know that I'm 67 years old, and Gore had nothing better to do than give us close-ups. because everyone else had got off the shot.
How'd it go, sir? Exactly according to plan.
It's like it took 2 days, but we did it. And I'm not going back in.
Stand by. Slide, please.
Yeah, the bone cage sequence was...
Ready and action!
The bone cages are very inventive. They're a lot of fun. They were very difficult to get the structure that we needed and to make them solid enough that we could roll these people in it. It's, again, one of those things that looks great on a page and a script, but what do we make it out of? We make it out of steel, we make it out of metal, we make it out of rubber, we make it out of plastic. I mean, the designers will come up with something really interesting, but will it function? Will it work? Will it not collapse?
Looking forward to the ride?
No, but I'm here.
We literally harnessed them in there, strapped them in like sort of spiders in this ball, and assured them that they were going to have fun doing this.
Ready and action!
It's an ungainly thing. We're literally, again, trying to do this without CGI. We're putting 6 people in each cage and rolling them down a hill. Ouch.
Well, we've been filming this cage for quite a while, and you know, we've got a lot of mix of stuntmen and actors, and I think Gore decided he really wanted close-up of the actors screaming, so he thought the best way to do that was to put us inside, which he did, and no acting required.
Ready and action!
We pick up the cage and we're running with these cages, and when you have 6 people holding up a cage and running, it's like, you know, everybody's in there, and if one person makes a false move and trips, then everybody goes down and everybody's legs are between the cage, and so it's just, it was funny and a mess.
Hey, cut! Easy down.
This is the last day in Dominica, and Gore's just trying to punish us. That's what it is.
It was pretty difficult to navigate with 6 people and 12 legs sticking out of this thing and trying to run in unison down there. I think everybody was happy about the work that they did, but also glad to see the last of the bone cages.
Evening.
Hello. Hello. All the choreography on this open space was on this sand and moving, running. So people had to perform on this and wade through it basically. And half of these battles take place through water that's either ankle or mid-calf deep. So that was difficult.
It's hard to walk in the sand, let alone run in it.
Ready and action!
You're in full regalia, running through the water. It was just exhausting, man. It was days and days and days of that.
I win!
It's been great, thank you. See you all.
There's a lot to look forward to in terms of, what this could be as a film. I'm actually very excited to see it myself. I'll just close my eyes when I come on the screen, and then somebody can poke me when I'm gone.
To be honest, the actual work that goes into it is really difficult, but it is so much fun doing it. I can't imagine it'll ever be done again like this. It sort of feels like the end of an era in terms of making movies in this way, because it's really a huge feat, and you know, I think we all feel very lucky to be doing it.
These movies logistically are becoming so large and so expensive that to actually go out and build 4 or 5 ships and putting the marine units behind them and going to all these remote locations so that everything that's on film, you were really there. The long-term ability for Hollywood to afford to do that may be kind of waning at this point, but if so, then we're going out with a bang. So.